Practice set 5.2. Question number 1. In figure 5.22, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. P and Q are midpoints of side AB and DC respectively. Then prove that quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. Now see this. Here in this statements, there are two parts. Which are those two parts? First one, that is given. What is first part? Given. What is given? Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Parallelogram means opposite sides are congruent and parallel. Opposite sides are congruent and parallel means AB is equal to DC and AB parallel DC. Did you get it? Same way for this also. AD is equal to BC, AD parallel to BC. This is given. Did you get it? Now we have also given P is the midpoint of side AB and Q is the midpoint of side DC. This is also given. Okay. So we write here P and Q are the midpoints of side AB and DC respectively. Did you get it? Now to prove. What is to prove? Quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. APCQ is a parallelogram. Did you get it up to this? Now proof. See this carefully. Now we know that quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, opposite sides are congruent and parallel. See here. AB is equal to DC and AB parallel DC. First write here. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. No? Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Did you get it up to this? Now see here carefully. Now P is the midpoint of side AB. P is the midpoint of side AB. Then instead of AB, we write here 2 into AP because P is the midpoint of side AB. So we write 2 AP or 2 BP, but we want APCQ quadrilateral. So we take this 2 AP. Don't write 2 BP. Did you get it? Is equal to series DC. Q is the midpoint of side DC. So we write here 2 CQ because P is the midpoint of side AB and Q is the midpoint of side DC. When Q is the midpoint of side DC, then we write 2 into CQ or 2 into DQ. But we want quadrilateral APCQ. So we write CQ. Did you get it? Now this 2 and this 2 cancelled. Therefore, what is left? See here carefully. What is left? AP. Therefore, AP is equal to CQ. AP is equal to CQ. And I have told you AB parallel to DC, and this P is the midpoint of AB. Therefore, we write and AP parallel CQ. Did you get it? Therefore, if a pair of opposite sides is congruent and parallel, if a pair of opposite sides is congruent and parallel, therefore given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Therefore quadrilateral APCQ is a parallelogram. Did you get it? Practice set 5.2, question number 2. Using opposite angles test for parallelogram, prove that every rectangle is a parallelogram. Okay. Now this is rectangle. This is rectangle. See here. First we write given. See this. We write given. Quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. If quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle or any quadrilateral is a rectangle, then we know that measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle B is equal to measure of angle C is equal to measure of angle D is equal to 90 degree. Did you know this? Now, then to prove. See here. To prove quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. We will prove now by using opposite angles test. Okay, prove. Very simple. See this. Now, quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. No, therefore angle A is equal to angle C. Opposite angles. Angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 90 degree. Equation number 1. And angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. Equation number 2. No. Therefore opposite angles of a rectangle are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. Both rectangles, opposite angles are congruent. Therefore, we also know that opposite angles of parallelogram are also congruent. Therefore, opposite angles test for parallelogram. Opposite angles test for parallelograms. We know that opposite angles are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Did you get it? Write this. Practice set 5.2, question number 3. In figure 5.23, G is the point of concurrence of medians. Here, DT is the median, and this is also median, but this is up to G. Okay, then this FG. Okay, all these three medians meet each other at point G. That point is called point of concurrence, and this point of concurrence is also called centroid. Okay, medians of triangle DF. Take point H on ray DG. This is ray DG. This is origin. Okay, such that DGH means collinear and DG is equal to GH. This is given. Then prove that quadrilateral GEHF is a parallelogram. Okay. Now see here carefully. First we write given. What is given? See here. G is the point of concurrence of medians of triangle DEF. Therefore, we also write point G is the centroid of triangle DEF. Did you get it? As well as we have given DG is equal to GH. This is also given. Okay, this is our given. Then we write to prove. Okay, what is our to prove? Series. Then prove that. Before that, and sorry, after that, that is our to prove. Quadrilateral GEHF is a parallelogram. Did you get it? Okay. Now we write proof. Series carefully. Now see here carefully. We will prove quadrilateral GEHF is a parallelogram. Now what is given? Point G is the centroid of triangle DEF, point of concurrence of medians. That is also called centroid. Now, centroid of the medians, divide the medians into 2:1 ratio. This is very important statement. This centroid divides the median into 2:1 ratio. Therefore, we write here DG is to, see this, DG is to GT is equal to 2:1. Okay, then we write in the form of division. DG upon GT is equal to 2/1. Then cross multiplication. Therefore, series DG into 1 means DG, and cross multiplication of these two is equal to 2 into GT. Number 1. Did you get it up to this? Now see here our given. What is in given? See carefully. DG is equal to GH. This is number 2. This is given, and always use this given like ladder, staircase, bridge, like that. We use this for our convenience. Okay, therefore, from equations 1 and 2. 1 and 2, see here DG and here DG, left sides LHS are same or equal. Therefore, RHS are also equal or same. Therefore, GH is equal to GT. Now see here carefully. See this carefully. Now here total GH is 2 times of GT. 2 times of GT. Then what do we say? What do we say about this T? See here. Therefore, if, see this, GH is equal to 2GT, therefore, point T is the midpoint of segment GH. This is our important equation number 3. Okay, now see this. DT is the median drawn on this side EF. Therefore, T is the midpoint of segment EF. Did you get it up to this? See here. Here DT is the median. Therefore, point P is the midpoint. T is the midpoint of segment EF. T is the midpoint of segment EF. This is our important equation number 4. Now see this. T is the midpoint of segment GH. See this. Therefore, this GT is equal to HT, and T is the midpoint of EF. Therefore, ET is equal to FT. No. Therefore, what do we write? See here. Diagonals. These are diagonals, no? GH and EF. GH and EF, diagonals of this quadrilateral GEHF and diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. No, diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other, and here they bisect. Therefore, quadrilateral DEHF is a parallelogram from equations 3 and 4. Practice set 5.3. Question number 1. The diagonals of a rectangle ABCD intersect at point O if AC, this diagonal AC is equal to 8 centimeter, then find the length of BO. Find the length of BO. And if angle CAD is equal to 35 degree, then find the measure of angle ACB. Okay, now see this carefully. In this rectangle, we have given length of diagonal AC and angle CAD. From this information, we will find length of this BO and measure of angle ACB. Okay, now see this here. First answer, diagonals of rectangle are congruent and bisect each other. This is very important property of diagonals of rectangle. Okay, therefore we write BD is equal to AC. Diagonals of rectangle are congruent. So I have written this. Therefore BD is equal to 8 centimeter, because we know value of AC 8 centimeter. Now bisect each other. Bisect each other means this part and this part, means BO is equal to DO and AO is equal to CO. Now see this, diagonals are congruent. So BO, AO, DO, CO all are congruent. Did you get it? Now bisect each other means we write here BD means 2 into BO is equal to 8 centimeter. Did you get it? Therefore we write here, see this carefully. Therefore BO is equal to 8 centimeter upon 2. Therefore BO is equal to 4 centimeter. Did you get it? Very simple. Now number 2. See here. Quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. Therefore opposite sides are BC parallel AD, BC parallel AD, and segment AC is a transversal, and segment AC is a transversal. Did you get it? Opposite sides are congruent as well as parallel. Did you get it? But we want this. This is very, very important. And segment AC is a transversal. Therefore, angle ACB, this angle is equal to angle CAD. These are alternate angles. Angle CAD. Alternate angles. Did you get it? Therefore, angle ACB is equal to value of CAD. We have given 35 degree. This is our second answer. Did you get it? Yes. Practice set 5.3, question number 2. In a rhombus PQRS, length PQ 7.5 centimeter. Okay, then find the length of QR. If angle QPS is equal to 75 degree, then find the measure of angle PQR, means this angle, and angle SRQ. Very, very simple example. Now, quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus, so all sides are congruent. Did you get it? Therefore, first answer, see here, all sides of rhombus are congruent. Okay, therefore we want QR is equal to PQ. Therefore QR is equal to 7.5. okay, here centimeter is not given, sorry, here centimeter is not given, then we write here units. Did you get it? Therefore QR is equal to 7.5 units. Did you get it? Now second, what is? Find measure of angle PQR and measure of angle SRQ. Now first we will find SRQ. That is very simple, no? So I will write measure of angle SRQ first. Okay, see here, measure angle SRQ is equal to measure of angle QPS, because these are opposite angles of rhombus. Therefore those are congruent, or measures are equal. Therefore measure angle SRQ is equal to measure of angle QPS, 75 degree. Did you get it? This is our second answer. Okay, Then third, what is find measure of angle PQR. See this, measure angle PQR plus measure angle QPS is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Adjacent interior angles of rhombus. Therefore, measure angle PQR plus measure of this QPS is 75 degree is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, measure angle PQR is equal to, we take like terms together, smaller number near bigger number, 180 degree minus this plus becomes minus 75 degree. Therefore, measure of angle PQR is equal to 105 degree. This is our third answer. Practice set 5.3, question number 3. Diagonals of square IJKL. This is our IJKL square. Okay, diagonals of square intersects at point M. Intersect at point M. Find the measures of angle IMJ, then JIK and LJK. Okay, now this is our figure. Now we know different properties of square. See here. First, diagonals of square are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular bisectors also. Perpendicular as well as bisectors also. But we want only perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other means angle IMJ, angle JMK, angle LMK, angle LMI. All these are right angles, 90 degree. Therefore, measure angle IMJ is equal to 90 degree. This is our first answer. Did you get it? Second, now second, find measure of angle JIK. Now see this, diagonals, or here when we say single, then I say diagonal. Diagonals of square, listen carefully, diagonals of square bisects those particular angles, opposite angles. Did you get it? See here, diagonals of square bisect opposite angles. See here, this opposite angles I and K. Now each angle of square is right angle 90 degree. Each angle of square is right angle. No, therefore measure series measure of angle J I K bisect to this angle J I L bisect to angle measure angle J I L upon 2 bisects opposite angles bisect opposite angles. Therefore each angle is the right angle or 90 degree. Therefore JIL is equal to 90 degree upon 2. Therefore measure angle JIK is equal to 45 degree. 2 4 and 2 5. Did you get it? This is our second answer. Similarly, third. Similarly, we can write for angle which LJK. See this. This diagonal LJ bisects opposite angles. Therefore, measure angle LJK is equal to measure angle IJK upon 2 is equal to 90 degree upon 2. Therefore, measure angle LJK is equal to 45 degree. Did you get it? We can also find measures of these two angles by another method or second method. See here our second answer. Okay, which angle JIK? We want JIK, measure of JIK. Now here JK is equal to JI because sides of square, all sides are congruent. These are adjacent sides of square IJKL. Therefore, if these two sides are congruent or equal in measure length, their lengths are equal, then opposite angles are also congruent. Therefore, angle JIK, see this, opposite angle of JK, this is side, opposite angle is JIK, and opposite angle of JI, opposite angle of this JI is K, means JKI, angle JKI. This is equation number 1. But see here carefully, angle JIK plus angle JKI is equal to 90 degree. Complementary angles sum is 90 degree. Now this is our equation number 2. This is our equation number 2. From 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. See here, we want JIK, no? So we put value of JKI. Value of JKI. That is JIK here. Did you get it? We put here. Therefore, angle JIK plus value of JKI is JIK is equal to 90 degree. This. Therefore, to angle JIK is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, angle JIK is equal to 90 degree upon 2 is equal to 45 degree. Did you get it? JIK is equal to 45 degree. Similarly, we can write for angle LJK series. LJK, JK is equal to LK. Then same way, sides of square, then by isosceles triangles theorem. Here, this is, we write here isosceles triangles theorem. Did you get it? Same way. Therefore, angle LJK is equal to also 45 degree. Practice set 5.3, question number 4. Diagonals of a rhombus. Now I have given here name PQRS. Diagonals of a rhombus are 20 centimeter and 21 centimeter respectively. Then find the length of side of rhombus and its perimeter. Now here I have taken rhombus PQRS. Okay. Now see here, in this rhombus PQRS, I will take here in rhombus PQRS, let QS is equal to 20 centimeter and QS and PR is equal to 21 centimeter. Did you get it? Now we know that diagonals of rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Okay. Therefore, perpendicular bisector of each other means angle PMQ is equal to 90 degree, angle QMR is equal to 90 degree, angle SMR is equal to 90 degree, angle PMS is equal to 90 degree. Did you get it? I will write only one. See here, measure of angle PMQ is equal to 90 90 degree. Did you get it? Now bisectors of each other. So see here. What is QS is equal to 20 centimeter. Therefore, QM is equal to, see this, QM is equal to SM. QM is equal to SM is equal to QS upon 2. QS upon 2 means 20 centimeter upon 2 means 10 centimeter, means QM 10 centimeter and SM also 10 centimeter. Did you get it? And same way for this. Therefore, PM is equal to RM. PM is equal to RM is equal to PR upon 2. PR upon 2 means 21 upon 2 is equal to 10.5 centimeter. Did you get it? Did you get it? Now I will write here 10.5 and here also 10.5 centimeter. Now this is right angle triangle. Therefore, in right angled triangle PMQ by Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square means this is right angle, so this is hypotenuse. PQ square is equal to PM square plus QM square. Did you get it? Therefore, PQ square is equal to 10.5 bracket square plus 10 square QM 10 square. Okay. Therefore, PQ square is equal to, if here 5 at unit place, means when we say unit place, then we write square of it. And what is this 10? After 10, 11. 10 into 11. 10 into 11 means 110.25 plus 10 square. 10 square is 100. Did you get it? Is equal to 210.25. Therefore, taking square roots of both the sides, 210.25 square roots of both sides. Did you get it? Therefore, square root and square cancel. Therefore, PQ is equal to, this is 25. So we write here 5. Now, we want product of consecutive natural numbers. 210. 14 into 15. 14 into 15, 210. Therefore 14 into 15, no, so smaller number we write here. What is 14 point, now here 5, this is in centimeter. Now therefore length of each side of rhombus is 14.5 centimeter, because all sides of rhombus are congruent. So PQ is equal to, therefore we write PQ is equal to QR is equal to SR is equal to PS is equal to 14.5 centimeter. Did you get it? Then second answer. This is our first. Okay. This is our first. Then second. What is perimeter of rhombus is equal to 4 into length of side. Therefore 4 into 14.5 centimeter. Therefore 58 centimeter. See here, 5 into 4, 20, means here 0 and carry 2. Okay. 4 into 4, 16 and 2, 18, carry 1. 4 1 the 4 and 1, 5. Did you get it? Therefore perimeter of rhombus, see here, therefore perimeter of rhombus is equal to 58 centimeter. Practice set 5.3, question number 5. State with reasons whether the following statements are true or false. First, every parallelogram is a rhombus. Every parallelogram is a rhombus. True or false? Answer false. Answer is our false. Because what is the reason? Listen, all the sides of rhombus are congruent, while the opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. This is the reason. Did you get it? Then second, every rhombus is a rectangle. Now this is also false. All the angles of rectangle are congruent because each angle is right angle, or measure of each angle is 90 degree, while the opposite angles of a rhombus are congruent. Only opposite angles, pair of opposite angles are only congruent. Did you get it? Then third, our third one, that is every rectangle is a parallelogram. Now what is the answer? True, because the opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and congruent. This is one of the important characteristic or property of parallelogram. While see here, or we say also see here, its opposite angles are congruent. congruent. Now here in rectangle, the opposite sides of rectangle are parallel and congruent. See this, parallel as well as congruent. Also, all its angles are congruent. All its angles are congruent. Therefore, opposite angles are also congruent. Did you get it? Number 4. Number 4. Every square is a rectangle. Every square is a rectangle. Okay. This is also true. This is also true. What is the reason? The opposite sides of rectangle, opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel and congruent. Parallel and congruent. Opposite sides of rectangle are parallel and congruent. Did you get it? Also, all its angles are congruent. All its angles are congruent. Means each angle is a right angle, or measure of each angle is 90 degree. Did you get it? Now in square, all the sides of a square are parallel, and means here also opposite sides are congruent and parallel, but here all sides are congruent. All sides are congruent and opposite sides are parallel to each other. Did you get it? Also, all its angles are congruent. Means each angle is right angle. Okay. Then fifth one. Every square is a rhombus. Every square is a rhombus. Now we write answer. This is also true. What is the reason behind it? All the sides of rhombus are congruent. Also, its diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Okay. And in square, all the sides of a square are congruent. Also, its diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Did you get it? Then next one, that is sixth. See here. Every parallelogram is a rectangle. Every parallelogram is a rectangle. This is false. This is false. What is the reason? All the angles of rectangle are congruent, each 90 degree. Each 90 degree, while the opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Only opposite angles are congruent, but here all angles are congruent. So sixth one is false.